Metro Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation. Yes, it is. And here we are. I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
And I'm Diane Russell.
And that is Diane Russell. We caught her up with a good case of the giggles just before starting in on the show. This is HBL Radio Nation. We hope everyone out there is having a great night and a great week. And please make certain that you follow us, like us, and donate, comment, everything
subscribe.
that you can. And share. Please share. Get as many people to listen as you possibly can. That's what we would really like. Thank you so much. So, Di, this week.
It's, what's really funny is that the first time Trump was indicted, we were live on the air.
Yes. And the second time, right after we.
Right after this, literally after you pulled out of the driveway. I'm like,
yes.
Brian, out my front door.
Yes.
And he got his second indictment. And for, the Docs case, I'm sure everybody knows.
Second indictment. Do we call it the second indictment, or do
it's
we call
it? It's a federal indictment.
Or do we call
First
it the
federal?
Do we call it, what is it now, the 8th through the 42nd indictment? I mean, like, how many?
71 counts against
71
him
counts
so
against
far.
him so far, yeah. Wow.
It's going to be over 100 before the end of the year.
71.
I'm pretty
that is
sure.
a thing.
I know.
That is a pretty solid number for sure. Yeah, 71.
It's total insanity.
And, how many did Obama have?
0.
Okay, what about Biden?
0.
Clinton?
0.
George Washington.
I think 0.
Everyone in between them.
0.
0. Even William Henry Harrison, who died within 30 days,
Hey, Kat.
had 0.
Hey, Kat, I wonder, did you ever open one of those bottles of champagne? She's in the chat right now. Did you
She's
ever
got a couple
open?
going, yeah.
She's got a couple. No, yeah. 7 charges, 37 counts, plus 1 for Walt Nada on his own. That's 38 counts. Walt Nada,
and let's clarify
another
a few things. Let's clarify a few things, because I know a few things are out there and people are a little confused about stuff up front, but we know that for some insane reason, the person that was picked in the pool was the Trump appointee who helped him get the whole stupidity of a special master involved earlier on that got thrown out earlier on.
Are you talking about Judge Cannon?
Cannon.
Yeah.
And at this point, Cannon is allowing him to talk to his co-defendants, just not about the case, because we're certain that he's going to follow the rules. He's going to follow the rules.
Well, that's the thing, is that Goodman did that because he was the magistrate judge of the day. It wasn't Cannon that indicted him yesterday. Or
my
whatever.
Sons were just
arraigned him.
Taking his entire family out for a vacation in their own basements. And that's why, this person's going to, go the way that I want them to, because we have their kids.
She's so unqualified.
He's trying to intimidate every single witness against him.
She's so unqualified. First of all, this judge. You want to talk about this? She's so unqualified. She wrote something today, just before we got on.
This might decimate my
theory. It was she issued her first order since Trump has been indicted for security clearance for the lawyers by tomorrow.
Okay.
So they have to go to Washington, D.C. and because they have to have the clearance to look at these fucking documents.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, and what happens when they can't get clearance? Then he's got to try to find lawyers who can.
Yes.
And so it's another tactic of delay. And then she wrote something about a notice of compliance, and it was very sloppy and poorly written, is what Andrew Weissman, who's I love him, said. It was like, whoa, okay, she's totally highly unqualified.
Okay.
And
so she didn't learn from the special master debacle.
She's only seen like 200 cases, and out of the 200, only 4 went to trial.
Okay.
All of them settled. So you're going to put...
And it's like her 14th case that she's seeing herself, overseeing herself. And here's the thing. My only hope was that maybe she learned from the debacle of that special master thing.
And getting smacked down
and that she
by
was
the
like,
11th
okay,
Circuit. Yeah.
I'm not going to let that happen to me again. I took a big hit in the media. I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to repair my reputation and image with everybody. But it doesn't sound like she's going down that path.
No.
It sounds like she's going down the I'm full MAGA and we're going to save our prince.
There's a picture of her at Trump rally with a Trump hat on with her fucking face painted.
Allegedly.
No, we saw
Allegedly
it.
painted?
We all saw it on fucking on Twitter. Yeah, Cannon, little criminal experience in this case is way too big for her. She should recuse herself. Everybody wants her to, but she's the only one who can.
Well, there's
inexperienced and unqualified is what Andrew Weissman said.
Appeals work in both directions. Appellate court is not going to be the same court, so it's not going to get to the same judge. So the appeals process is going to work in both directions. So if he loses, he's going to appeal. If democracy loses, democracy is going to appeal.
Thing is, this case is one of the most important cases ever. And you have this Looney Tunes chick who's already been smacked down twice by the 11th Circuit, who is like that's the court system above her. And they're all conservative, right-wing people. So they're giving her a smackdown.
It's the next one to the Supreme Court.
Well,
the highest.
There's a whole lot of baggage there to unload in any of those statements, and that's a lot of it is behind the scenes, included in that word she. Just because she's a she, the old boys club up at the top, they're going to have a problem with her to begin with. So she's already got, this grudge to bear against all of them and against everybody else.
We already know she can't be impartial.
None of these people are impartial. We know that. And we know that she really is going to do everything that she can, but
to stall it.
Here's the thing. Hopefully, she only has the power to oversee and to allow or deny certain things into evidence. So it's going to depend on what they try to get into evidence.
So Joy Vance, she's an attorney. She said,
yes,
the CIPA, which is the Classified Information Protection Act, is governing this case, and that includes an immediate right of expedited appeal. So if the DOJ doesn't like a decision by Aileen Cannon, they can go straight to the 11th Circuit. That gives the DOJ not only opportunity to appeal her substantive decisions, but it also gives DOJ an automatic trigger to ask the 11th Circuit to reassign the case to a different judge quickly. So they can expedite a new judge if she is crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs going against everything.
I don't think that'll happen. I think we're going to see her go all the way through. I think we're going to see something that we don't like, and then I think you're going to see democracy appeal and win on the appeal.
I think you're right, and I also think that Jack Smith is not hinging this entire fucking thing on just fucking Florida.
Jack Smith isn't looking at just this.
Yeah. No,
he's
a lot
not.
smarter.
You're right. You're absolutely right. He's not hinging it entirely on Florida. I know what you mean. He has his options as far as to where he can also bring it up.
Yeah. And also the Fani Willis case in Georgia. If the Georgia case creates indictments, which we do think it will,
I believe it will.
Could be. This could spread across the country, like in Michigan and
the fake
Wisconsin,
electors. The fake electors were everywhere.
Pennsylvania.
And the fake electors were here in Michigan.
Yep.
Why haven't those people been brought to account?
Well, I think
those
they're kind of waiting on this
our
case.
Shit, and that was bullshit.
I think they're waiting on this case to do it because this is big. I mean, him calling and saying, I just need 11,780 votes.
That's a big one. but actually having fake electors who have signed the document saying that they are the real electors.
They have recordings of it.
Right.
They might not have the
Right.
recordings in Michigan and Wisconsin.
No,
and
they have the
Pennsylvania and
documentation.
Arizona.
They have the paperwork.
Well,
that
I
they
know,
all
but
signed.
we got him on tape saying this shit with his own fucking voice. You cannot. Every lawyer in the world goes.
Yeah.
You cannot defend the indefensible, and that's when you've got the guy on tape admitting to the fucking crime. And Trump does it every fucking day and sticks his foot in it every fucking day. He won't shut up.
They just need to go to TMZ and get the interview with Kid Rock, where Kid Rock's like,
Oh, we have
he
that.
showed me the maps.
We have that.
He showed me
we
all
have
the-"
that. I kept saying, you remember that interview where he admitted that Trump was showing him maybe classified?
You did. You told me, and I just filed that under hillbilly chic in the back of
we have
my head.
We have the video because
But
I'm like,
that
where?
was
And
spectacular.
then they showed it on Midas Touch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this
Yeah.
is major right here. Kid
It's
Rock.
very major because this is like, and
I'm like,
it's one of the
wait
things.
till they subpoena Kid Rock. His name
I
is
think
Bob
they did.
Ritchie.
Bob Ritchie, yeah, I think they did. Yeah, Bob Ritchie, Weasley little fuck,
All right, play it.
walks like this.
Are you gonna play it?
I don't know.
Yeah, play it. Share it.
Yeah, tweet that out. It's like, I can't
Fucking
add anything
Tucker
better than that.
Carlson.
But then it comes
There it
out
is.
and it's reworded and more political and like, a little politically correct. And I'm like, just being pretty, we're looking at maps. And I'm like, am I supposed to be like in on I make dirty records sometimes. I'm like, I do it here.
You didn't think you'd have a hand
What do
in
you think we should do about North Korea? I'm like, what? I don't think I'm qualified to answer this.
I don't think it's funny.
That's not funny at all. I mean, you're flat out admitting that you looked at classified. This is HBL Radio Nation. Yes, it is. Thank you, Tony.
I forgot to turn it off.
Hal's gonna be on at 6 on Thursdays during the summer. He said, "Oh, great! So it's gonna fuck with everything."
Well.
Competition accepted.
Oh yeah, I believe with you. Kat, I agree with you 100%. She said, "I believe Jack Smith filed in Florida. He has thought 9 moves ahead."
Yes.
I totally
Yes,
agree.
he has.
I
Yes, he has.
totally agree.
What he's doing is he's doing something that the January 6th committee did. He is putting it into a Republican-controlled area under the Republican rules, where most of the people there are going to be Republicans that are going to come in to look at these things because it is so fucking solid.
All the people who've testified
That
are
is
all
serious.
Republicans.
That a sane
During January 6th,
and serious Republican
all
is going to find him.
Republicans.
Yep.
It's been all Republicans who are tattletaling on this
And
motherfucker.
that's his first move. If he can't move that, if that's an impossible barrier, if they put up a defense against that, he's going to do an end run around the outside, and he's going to go at it from a different tack, from a different area at the federal level.
Yeah.
And it's going to be beautiful. It really is. Speaking of beautiful, I'd like to actually give a shout out.
Okay.
For, I think, the first time that we've done a shout out on the show.
shout out?
Haven't we? We're going to do a live shout out right now. For Greta Thunberg, congratulations on your recent graduation. She is no longer a student. She has graduated college, and there she is. So now full-time activist, and hopefully getting into politics somewhere.
Same thing with
David Hogg.
Yeah, David Hogg. Watch the fuck out.
David Hogg graduated as well. Yes.
Watch the fuck out, people.
Hoping he can get into the House of Representatives because he's a tenacious fella, and he they absolutely deserve that. Got a lot of other things to talk about here.
Well, there's so much to
There's so
move
much.
on.
There is.
I wanted to mention also that the federal court is going to allow E. Jean Carroll to amend
reopen.
her defamation complaint against Trump to include the vile statement on CNN's town hall on the same day he was arrested
Nice.
for the second time. And I'm like,
Nice.
chef's kiss. Also, he was not supposed to be in contact with Walt Nauta, but he's also Walt Nauta is his right-hand man.
Yeah.
And then literally he goes to the fucking
Walt
cafe.
Nauta applies Trump's ball deodorant.
Yeah, and gives him
Yeah.
his Diet Cokes. He's
Yes.
literally the coffee boy.
Yes. Piss boy.
This time he's
Oh,
really the
piss
coffee
boy.
boy.
It's good to be the king. Where's the piss boy?
Paul Bunzinski's in the house. All right,
Oh.
all right. So anyway,
Hello, Paul.
he goes to that cafe
Yes.
and he's like, I'm gonna pay for everything. Everything's on me. And fucking walks out and didn't pay for
Doesn't pay
a
for
fucking
a fucking
thing.
Goose eggs him. Yes. And
Oh,
everybody's
God.
like, well, wait, I ordered a bunch of shit that I
That
wouldn't
restaurant
normally
is
afford.
Gonna think twice about having him back because they probably gave out like
He
$200,
said he was
$300
paying.
worth of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought surf and turf here.
Oh my God.
But I got the chicken parm and the spaghetti side.
And also while he was being arrested and arraigned for the second time.
At a Cuban food place. That's
The
funny
grand
part.
jury in D.C. heard testimony from the fake electors from Vegas.
That's why the fake electors all around the nation are slowly getting their comeuppance, but I'm waiting for the Michigan fake electors to get theirs because they fully signed their shit. They were ready to go. It was a security guard who stopped them from getting onto the floor of the Lansing Congress, which would have made it legal in their eyes, like the sovereign citizen kind of mentality, where we just had to be on the premises to do it, and then it would be legal, and then this state would be Trump's. So they came that close, and there was a security guard going, "You're not the fucking electors. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. I remember
and they're
that.
like, no,
I
we
remember
are.
that.
See, we have to
He's like, the electors are
get
already
the fuck
in
out
there.
of it. The electors are in there. Get the fuck out of here.
I remember that. I remember that video. Yeah.
Yeah, we basically had like a very large African American version of Michael Rappaport blocking the door. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
I loved his.
animal.
Did you see his video to happy birthday video to that filthy rotten animal?
Who? Michael Rappaport?
Chechito, Rappaport's video to
No, I missed
Chechito
it.
for his birthday.
No, I missed it.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, you got to look that one up.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's out there.
Well, maybe Tony can look that up while I go over Trump's legal woes.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, it's like
We
it
know
says
the ones
Trump's
that-
troubled past and what's to come in the future. Okay, so he's been impeached he's been impeached twice. One for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, incitement of an insurrection. He's found liable for sexual assault, battery, and defamation. He's convicted of corporate tax fraud. That's Trump Org, 17
Trump
counts.
Org, yep. He is a
Indicted.
convicted fraudster, yes.
He's been indicted by New York AG for campaign finance fraud. That's a hush
That's a
money.
big one.
And indicted for the federal government under the Espionage Act. That was what we just witnessed this week.
And under investigation.
And hold on, he's still facing.
Wait, there's more indictments?
He's still facing, the Georgia election interference and I would say fake electors, 11,780 votes.
Yep.
And the DOJ investigation into Jan 6
whether or not
will
he
probably get him conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to make false statements, obstruction of official
Did he lead the
proceeding,
riot?
and inciting an insurrection. He is still.
Did he incite? Yes.
He is still in deep major shit. I don't care. I don't care if we see the trial. I don't care if we this motherfucker, the former president of the United States, has 71 counts against him right now. Some are federal and some are civil, state, but I don't care.
But
he's a fucking criminal.
And
my whole thing is this. To all the fucking right-wing nut jobs out there, how can all these people be wrong and he's the only one that's right?
But
How?
You're You're forgetting something very important, Di.
What?
What about her emails?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What about her emails?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What about her emails?
If I gotta hear one more
What
thing.
about her emails?
Oh my God. I wrote down, I was trying to write
Hunter
a list of their
Biden's
fails.
laptop.
Let me see if I can find it. I was trying to write down a list of their fails.
What about her emails?
I remember.
Which, by the way, her emails, for those of you still paying attention, is exactly the same as Ivanka's emails that she put on a private server. So that was null point. I mean, those two cancel each other out, like, you know, matter and antimatter. And, of course, antimatter is the shit between fucking Alyanka's brain.
Here's a list of... A list of fucking fails by the Republicans, okay? And if you guys in the chat can remember any more, you fucking let me know, okay? The John Durham, the Oranges report, investigating the investigators, her emails, Hunter Biden's laptop, the Biden crime family, that just imploded in their face, the COVID hearings,
somebody just died.
Whistleblowers, Benghazi, Watergate, the Dominion Smartmatic, and Save the Gas Stoves. All
not Watergate. Is it White Watergate?
And I'm going to add the birther. I want to add birther to that.
Instead of Watergate, is it Whitewater that you meant there?
What did I say?
You said Watergate.
Oh yeah, Whitewater. Yeah.
Whitewater. Yep. Yeah, Whitewater was a very interesting thing, and they're using the same bullshit tactics right now on current stuff. They're saying that we had
17 recordings, and 17 is Q, by the way.
We have
there's 17 recordings of the Biden crime family, and
we have a whistleblower, but she's afraid to come forward, and now she's been killed.
Yeah, now she's
been killed. This is like a 1930s radio program.
Yeah, she was missing, and now she's dead. Well, if she's missing, how the fuck do you know she's dead?
Exactly. It's like...
It's so goddamn dumb. I can't handle it. Hey, Benny Loco. Love you, girlfriend.
One of my favorite quotes recently that I saw was it was a 1980s action film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the bad guy says, I swear to you, the bad guy's supposed to be like a big mafia guy. And he goes, you mess around with me, you're going to wake up dead. And I'm like, oh my God, that is one of the funniest lines really ever written. And if you apply that across the board, hold on. You're giving me that too quick. When you apply that across the board, that works exactly for everything that this Trump administration has been saying as far as, like, you know, what their defenses are and all that. These are all their this is what they're saying to other people. This is what they're saying to their aides. The people putting their ball deodorant on, the guy is standing next to him like 2 hours later when he's lying to everybody about buying them a meal and then takes off without spending a dime. I mean, you got to look at this behavior and how in the fucking hell do they have this whole cult still in place? And I figure that it must be a lot like the televangelist cult. And what it is I believe it's they don't want to feel foolish because they've already given him money. They've already dipped into their finances and they've given him a lot of money.
No,
And the televangelist thing used to do that.
The hardest thing to do.
And he does 10 revivals.
Is to convince somebody that they've been duped.
Exactly.
It's the hardest fucking thing to do.
Once you've been duped, you don't want to admit it. Nobody wants to admit that.
Nobody wants to admit
wants to say, I was stupid.
Fucked over and they've been duped.
I can't believe I did that.
It's the hardest thing to get somebody to admit.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
It's so hard.
Which is why so many old people get duped. They don't want to admit it. It's embarrassing. Nobody wants to admit it. But once you've sent this asshole money, I mean, you can't really go back at that point. You can't really, like, deny supporting him at that point because you've just, especially if you've sent him a lot of money. The more money you've sent, the deeper in you are. The more you're... I have to buy merch at the merch table when I'm there. I have to walk in with the red, white, and blue.
It's just
trunks.
like how I wrote down the right wing chuckle fuck Nazi tards are saying that recordings of Trump's audio about the papers that they have that we haven't heard yet.
Yes.
That it's AI, and they haven't even heard it yet. and you're already going, oh, it's AI, and you haven't heard it.
It's easy to tell.
Oh yeah, and then you
There's
got
metadata with every file. They'll know it.
you also have Marjorie Taylor Greene on the same fucking day.
Jeez.
On the same fucking day, going in the skiff.
I was having a good day until you mentioned
going
that
in.
Squatch's name.
Yeah, right. 3 toes.
Ugh.
3 toes, horse face, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That one big eye in the center of her forehead.
So,
It is. It's there.
oh my God, stop it.
Once you see it, you'll
You're
never
freaking
unsee
me
it.
out.
You'll never unsee it. Yeah. She is a beast.
No, she
of a
goes
thing.
in the skiff and admits all of this.
Shoots
Goes
up a
in
bunch
the
of
skiff
steroids.
and she's like, I'm coming out of the skiff. I'm going to take notes on everything I saw and heard. And then I'm going to go fucking right to the cameras and tell everybody what I heard.
Yeah.
She fucking committed a crime. I'm sick and tired of this lawlessness. Let's have some accountability. And I want
Right.
accountability immediately.
She could read like the Eric Vonnegut books from 1980s, 1970s, and determine that ancient aliens own us all, and they're the real reason why we're here. Have you seen the post that nobody can really tell if this is a full parody or not? But the post of hers about dragon is dinosaur is a recent word. Before 1700, they never used that word. The word they used was dragon.
The stupidity.
Earth dragon.
And then the next thing she came out
She
with.
really is that stupid, and she is.
She came out with this
fucking
that
House of
Biden's
Representatives.
going to be scattered, smothered,
'Cause she
chunked,
represents.
and covered.
Yes. Well, she's
Now,
the one who
wait
was
a
saying
minute.
1776
Do
all
you-
over again. She
you're
was
not
saying
gonna
to
tell
bring
me-
guns.
You're not going to tell me that's a
January
fucking
6th.
scattered, smothered, chunked,
What
and
did Carrie
covered.
Lake, what did Carrie
What
Lake
the
say?
fuck does that mean?
What did Carrie Lake say recently?
She
You
was
saw
like,
her talking
you
about
a-
we're all
if
NRA
you-
card members, and you know what that means.
Yeah, and it's the public announcement. It's not a threat. It's a public. It's a threat.
It is not even close to a veiled threat.
And
It is a
do you think she-
full-on wide world of wrestling threat. That is grabbing Mean Gene Green's microphone and taking it. I
is.
tell you, brother, I'm gonna rip you to shreds. You know, that's
Yeah,
exactly what that is.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like Tony Michaels. He says it's between wrestling and that fake wrestling and in the real world, and we're just living in it because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
that's all there. It's a theater. It's total theater. When push comes to the
Well played,
shove,
yeah.
none of these people have the balls to step up to the plate. Look
That's
at
right.
Josh Hawley. Ugh. Oh yeah, dude. And then he's running like a bitch. And then
You mean
this photo came out of him picking out wine.
the neighbor of the Beverly Hillbillies, Mrs. Crockett?
Yeah. The guy who doesn't
Josh
really
Hawley.
live in fucking Missouri. Okay, yeah.
He looks just like her.
He was picking. There was a picture of him on Twitter picking out wine.
Oh yeah. Have you
His
seen the picture of
boobs
him kissing
are
his wife?
Oh yeah, it's awful. It's very uncomfortable.
It's like, oh my god. you
Hold
could-
on.
you
Hold
could fit
on.
a-
His boobs are fucking bigger than mine. His pants looked like they were fucking 2 sizes too tight. And
skinny jeans.
and he was like doing a ballet toe tip, like
Ooh,
like,
pirouette-ish.
he was standing on one leg and it had like this, but it was out, and he was just like, and he's holding it.
So
and
he
it's
was
so funny,
he
all
was a
the-
sugar plum fairy, is what you're saying.
And then after the tweet, I looked at some of the comments, and some of the comments were like, "My gaydar goes off every time I see this guy." You know, like
Nothing wrong with that, but own it.
no, we
Yeah.
don't care. It's that
Yeah.
you're a fucking closeted asshole about it.
Yeah, quit voting against all the gays if you're clearly
Really
gay.
and you don't like your wife. Look at you.
Come
kiss
on.
her.
We're not going to hate you because you're gay. You might, but
You
we're
hate
not
yourself.
gonna. Yeah, we're
You
not
hate
going to hate
yourself.
you. Yeah. There's a whole society out there that's going to accept people because regardless of what it is. A lot of folks are.
Oh, this is great. So Trump literally stole the audio of this movie Air that's about
Yeah,
Michael
I saw it.
Jordan.
Yeah, I've watched it.
And Matt
About
Damon.
the Jordan
it was,
shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Damon's voice.
Yes.
And he was talking about, we have to be patriotic, patriotic and freedom and this and like, I don't know. I was so distracted by what he did with it. Because it was pictures of him, pictures of Trump, flashing pictures in this ad using their audio with no fucking permission. And then what does he do?
Nutty.
He puts it out on fucking internet, so
Yeah.
there's no way of fucking getting it back.
By the time they pull it down, people have already seen it.
Yeah.
And it's done its job. Mm-hmm. And that's part of their campaign. They've done that before. They've done that sort of thing before. But here's the thing about that movie.
Ben
it's
and
shitty.
Matt put a cease and desist, and I don't know really what's
like
going
them.
on.
And
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't
what
know
they're
really
doing,
what's
but
going
it's-
on
it
so
was a shit
far,
movie.
but
Sorry. It wasn't very good.
I don't give a shit. You're stealing somebody's art, right? And that's wrong.
Exactly.
And
exactly. Yes.
Without
100%
permission,
agree.
and did not give a fuck about anybody. He does this shit all the fucking
All
time.
the time.
Such a fucking. Ooh, let's hear it. I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
Tony the man found it.
Okay. Tony, let's play it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it, Tony.
The presidential birthday, boy, you get a good night's sleep? You get a good night's sleep. What a chaotic day. Oh, yesterday was so scary, so crazy for you, but now, today's your birthday. What are we gonna do for your birthday? Birthday boy, you tubby pile of shit, you. We gonna eat some cake? Yes, we're gonna eat some cake. We're gonna let you run around naked. You can eat cupcakes. And you can have as many cookies as you want, because you're the big birthday boy. We don't want to make you upset. We know yesterday was so scary. How scary was it for the birthday boy, you fat fuck you? Richard Nixon is laughing in his grave. Going, you guys thought I was bad. Oh, shit. Go shorty. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. We're going to sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. Because we don't give a fuck that it's your birthday. Yes!
Metro Detroit. This is HBL
sorry.
Radio Nation.
It's
It is
your
still
birthday.
HBL Radio Nation, and thank you for following us and watching us. And make certain that you do that on all the socials. Like us, follow us, comment, give us all of your money. Because really,
HBL.
Jesus told us that we need to get a satellite. And Jesus is all powerful and everything,
Don't
but
bring
he's not
Jesus
very
in there.
good
I'll
with money.
kick you out.
He's not very good with money, so we need to get money for Jeebus.
Hunter Biden's left.
So at HBL _ Radio Nation is that's us on Twitter.
Yes. Worship us. All the time. Speaking of worship, the folks over in England who believe that they need to be worshipped because they're tied to God.
The royalty.
The royalty is. But outside of the royalty, they have, their prime ministers and such, and one of which was just pushed out over a scandal not too long ago while we were all wearing masks here and fighting over toilet paper rolls. That is Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson was a newspaper columnist who decided to run, and people liked his name, liked what he said, and he got in, and he was basically just a messy-haired buffoon. When he got in
He's
there...
the British version of Trump.
Pretty much, pretty close. But at least they kicked him out. And now he's been found guilty of something that they've been calling Partygate, which was during the lockdown, when you weren't supposed to be having parties or anything like that. He was having a shitload of parties at his place. And it was real obvious. He got busted for it. He fought it, and they said, no, you definitely got busted for it. So what that led to is he now has been banned from Parliament. He's not allowed to become a minister of anything in the parliamentary scale of things over in the UK. And he's not allowed to get any pay anymore. He's not going to get his severance pay that he was collecting even though he quit.
You better write it.
That's all in there.
You better write a book.
So now it's like, oh no, fuck it, you've lost all your money, so
Computer says no.
Important. We're going to talk to him. Yeah, thank you.
Computer says
Lovely.
no.
Computer says no.
Computer says no.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It says no. It's like, fuck it, right? I'm saying no.
No.
He says no.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's
You're
what
listening
we should
to
do.
HBL Radio Nation.
That's what we should do here. You can no longer run when you're a total piece of shit criminal.
That's what we should do, because that's what they're doing there, and that's where history's from.
That's where history is from.
So I think that we should probably pay attention.
Son of a bitch.
That's where history is from.
I'm just pointing that
Like
little
there's none
that little
other
fact
than-
out. Just pointing that out to everybody out there. If you
There's
weren't
no
aware of that.
history in any
Yeah.
other part of the world but England.
Well, that's where we all tie back
Indictment.
to eventually. In
Oh,
some way,
God,
shape, or
that's
form.
funny.
Just a flesh wound.
You're really funny.
Now, we've got so many other things to talk about. Do you want to continue talking about the orange one, or do we want to talk a little bit about the other side of the globe? Or
Well, I wanted to bring up a couple things that people were kind of pointing
twiddling
out.
with my hand.
You know, the butter emails crowd, right?
Oh, okay. Let's hear about this.
You know, the butter emails, you know, they were doused in bleach. But he thought he could ruin the servers by dousing them in fucking chlorine from his fucking pool in October.
The servers
Oh my
that were
God,
backed up on the
wait a
cloud.
minute. And not only that, I lived in Florida for 10 years, okay? You don't empty a pool in
It's humid.
October.
And it's humid down there too, regardless.
You
You're-
empty your pool after spring break, April, May,
Yeah,
to change the water out.
the dirty kids leave.
Yeah. So to close your pool and empty all the water out in fucking October
Yes.
during the height of season, because it really runs from like September to like through spring break.
7 years of
So,
college down the drain.
I have a hard time believing this. And then I told you last week about how they wanted documents from one of his hotels
Right,
earlier
yeah.
on in his career. And he flooded the fucking place where the
Same-
documents
same
were
MO.
when everything was
Same
on
MO.
paper in 1986.
Same MO.
You can't
Yep.
do the same. You cannot. Oh, God, he's so goddamn
Game
dumb.
over,
And
Did I ever
man.
tell you that I
Game
was-
wait, hold
over.
on. 25 years and $500 million investigating Hillary Clinton, and they found zero.
Goose egg.
Squat.
Nothing.
Fucking nada.
Never,
Nothing.
Never took the
Fuck
fifth.
you.
Never took the
Shorts.
fifth. Never took the fifth. Sat there for 11 hours. Never
Testified
took the
11
fifth.
hours. Yeah. Read the indictment. It's all Republican witnesses. We already said this.
Yes.
And not a Democrat in sight. It's not a witch hunt. It's not a fucking hoax. I'm sick and tired of these people going, Joe Biden arrested his political opponent.
Why won't they
No.
leave me alone?
No.
No.
You're wrong.
Well, you
How
saw that
about grand juries
Faux News
made
ran.
out of American people?
Did you see that?
Fucking indicted him.
Did you see what Faux News ran?
What?
As a
wannabe
trailer for him?
dictator?
Wannabe dictator arrests his opponent. Arrests his political opponent.
And they're like, we took it right down. No, it was up
They are
there for
nuts.
30 seconds. That's a lifetime in television, 30 seconds. Fuck you, Fox News. I'm so sick and tired of them calling us Marxists and communists and fucking dictators.
He was a
when
victim.
It's all projection and gaslighting.
Big time.
Whataboutism.
Bigly.
And both sides don't do it, and I'm sick and tired of all this fucking horse shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You take the name out of that indictment and you put Obama there, or Hillary Clinton, or anybody else.
Or Newt Gingrich. Let's say someone
You
that's
put
a couple of steps away. Newt
anybody's
Gingrich.
name in that fucking indictment, they would have been
Everybody wants
under
to-
the fucking
Fucking
prison
Democrat.
in 2 seconds.
Everybody wants to burn
Right?
him at the stake. Yep.
Under the prison in 2 seconds, but they're like, oh, Hillary should be arrested for her emails, but Donald Trump having, 197 documents that he gave back, But then in the 12 boxes, he had 197 classified documents in the 12 boxes he gave back.
Was it Julius and Ethel Rosenberg? Is that the names
Yes.
that I'm thinking of? I think people need to look up what
And
happened to them
Guess
for a couple of
who
documents.
advocated
What
for
happened
their
to Reality
execution?
Winner? What happened to Reality Winner for 5 documents compared
Guess
to
who advocated for their fucking execution by electric chair?
his dad?
Roy Cohen,
Oh,
his
Roy Cohen,
daddy's attorney.
Shut up!
Trump's
Yep.
daddy's attorney.
Makes
Shut up.
sense.
Yeah, he was in on that case. Fucking A.
Stick it up your ass
Very
and
nice.
pull the fucking
And I
trigger till
love
it
that
goes.
he spent all day the day before calling every fucking highfalutin law firm in Florida to try to get a Florida attorney to fucking represent him, and they were like,
He
no.
had to. He
They
was
were-
in panic mode.
They were
had
like,
to.
no. They've all turned him down, and because he's a quote unquote nightmare client. And one
Yep.
top lawyer said to reporters that I would love to be Trump's lawyer, but his wife would divorce him, and his kids would never speak to him again. He's toxic. He's
Yeah.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Everything he touches dies. Look at, there's like, I think 17, 18, maybe going on 19 lawyers that are under criminal investigation, or they have their witnesses in the trials against him, or they've been sanctioned and lost their fucking.
I don't think he's going to run out of lawyers to go through because they're all going to think that they're actually going to get paid. They're not going to pay attention to the fact that the guys before them never
got paid. And the other thing is, I said to Tony yesterday, I'm like, that arrogant piece of shit Taco Penis.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. He's writing a book. He's writing a book right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he thinks that he's so good of a lawyer that he could tell Trump, don't do this, and Trump would listen to him. Trump won't listen to anybody.
Trump's a wild bulldog who's not going to listen to anybody.
Yeah. It's like that old saying, like, oh, I think I can fix him. You know, like women date guys, and that old trope of women date guys and because they're flawed or whatever, she thinks she can fix them, but she can't. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. It's like that syndrome where I think I'm good enough that I can fucking fix him. You can't fix him. He's
There's
broken.
no fixing that.
He's 77 years
set in
old.
his ways.
There is no fucking fixing this fat fuck.
No, and he's actually doubled down, triples down all the time on what he says. It's not that he's a nightmare client because he said something bad and then has to backtrack it or backwalk it. He's a nightmare client because he says something bad and won't backtrack it or
He won't
backwalk it.
shut up.
He won't shut up and he won't
He
backpedal.
won't shut up. If he just shut up about the E. Jean Carroll case, he
Yeah.
wouldn't have another one hanging over his head or another $5 million.
You're entering a world of pain.
It's hysterical.
Tony, can I get a beer, please?
He is all over the
You're
fucking
being
place,
very
which is,
undude.
Oh, and I love the
and
fucking...
CNN recently, Jake Tapper said earlier today or yesterday that CNN is not going to allow Trump to talk live on air on CNN again because they cannot vet the information that he is bound to spew out of his mouth.
He cannot control.
He can't stop from lying.
They can't
live.
control. No one can control
No one
him.
can control him, so they're not going to allow it to happen. Thank you for getting rid of the head of CNN a couple of, last week.
Chris Licht.
And getting this, don't say that.
That's his fucking name, dude.
Chris licked what to get that job?
I think I'm gonna barf.
Jesus. Yeah, big time. And speaking about barfing, there's a whole thing that we should probably talk about when it comes to radioactivity.
Fucking Democrat.
Because right now, Putin has sent a whole shitload of Russian nukes to be stored in Belarus next to the Ukraine. And of course, the Ukraine counteroffensive is going right now. They're being more successful than they anticipated by about 10%. They're moving things along. The Wagner Group, is in South Africa right now doing something else, and they're all talking against Putin because it looks like they didn't get paid. So they're gone.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds very familiar. So that's going along. But here's the thing. That means that Putin is getting very close to putting his finger on the nuke trigger. And the estimation is from everybody on that side of the world is that, no, his own people are going to stop him, overthrow him, and then somebody else will be put into place. Because they don't want that to happen. They're going to nuke their own area, their own region. It's going to destroy their own stuff. It's like us nuking Canada. It's not going to do any good, and all the radiation is going to come right back on us.
If the East Coast nuked the West Coast, because all the fallout's going to come to the East Coast. You dumb fucks. Yeah. You're dumb.
What am I
You're
supposed
such
to
a
do?
dumb
That's why I
dictator.
called you, change your number.
And not only that,
I'm not going to
the
be
fucking
ignored.
crimes of humanity that he committed by fucking destroying 3 dams and flooding
the area,
the whole entire fucking huge area of Ukraine. The reason why he did that is because he knows he doesn't have the people to hold it.
And that's an old tactic that was used by pre-Roman days.
Oh yeah.
The Picts would do that sort of thing. You'd flood the area so that you didn't have to try to control it. You would just
quit reading
the
The Art of War, you cocksuckers, and read I don't know.
And literally fuck your own face.
Some hippie book like Peace and the Revolution or something. I don't know.
Believe you me, I've read The Art of War and The Tropic of Cancer. And
is that what? Is that what I was looking for?
Probably,
yeah. Okay.
And when it comes right down to it, these people are going to what he's doing are clear war crimes.
Yeah.
And the way that he's advancing is clearly a madman who is just on his last legs. I mean, he can't back out and save his ego, and that's the most important thing to him. He's going to die before he lets his ego get bruised. Mm-hmm. And he's going to kill tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions maybe, before he allows his ego to get bruised. He's going to burn it
down before he leaves.
He's going to try. He's going to try. But I think
Trump is doing.
But a lot of his own troops have been okay,
fuck you.
Putin wants me to kill all of you, but fuck that, I give up.
Yeah.
They've been giving up and shit. So hopefully the guys who actually have the nuke trucks are like, okay, but we're going to turn them north instead of south, or whatever.
Hopefully they're going to be towards Moscow now.
We aren't doing this. No.
Offender.
We flattened the tire. Now it is off by 4 degrees.
And these fucking hypocritical fucking right-wing pieces of shit, they were all bitching and complaining the pride flag was up on the White House. But
so
none of them bitched about the Confederate flag in the fucking Capitol.
Nope.
You're all a bunch of fucking Nazis.
And the Confederate flag was a side that lost, and the Confederacy lasted for less than the time that Obama was in office. So shouldn't you really be flying an Obama flag, you sick little fucks?
It burns.
And I love this.
It burns.
Jeff Tiedrick on Twitter, he's like, Trump's bathroom is a real national security crisis.
Yeah. And I saw this online that they were interviewing people. The seven people that showed up in Miami with the merch table, and 2 of them were white women wearing Blacks for Trump shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was talking to them, and they said, well, I know that's Biden's house. That's Biden's house. That's not Trump's house. I know that because Trump has better taste than that. Melania has better taste than that. A chandelier in the fucking shitter. That screams Melania Trump. I don't know what anyone else is thinking, but that screams Melania's whole thing. Hit it with the fucking space lasers.
Oh, and it came out today
There you go.
It came out today that Trump's lawyers went to the DOJ, or Trump's lawyers told him that he could make a deal with the DOJ.
Not a lawyer.
Hold on.
Not a tumor.
Trump's lawyer said you can try to make a deal with the DOJ and give the fuck everything back, and there'll be no problems. But he listened to some guy named Tom Fitton, who's not a fucking lawyer.
Nope.
And he said, fight the indictment. Fight it.
So he listened to another pillow guy.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now.
Drunk Rudy .4.
Yeah.
You covered it to my
So he totally shot down whatever it was in the deal, and was like, "No, I bet it had something to do with you can't run again." And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather go through indictments." Yeah. He's such a fucking idiot.
You know why? He's making a Hail Mary pass right now on one thing, and I don't blame him because there's a secondary factor to this. It's not that he has to win to get pardoned. A Republican has to win to pardon him. So it's probably not going to be in this next election, but the following election, maybe there'll be a moderate conservative who wins. Mitt Romney, somebody else, who knows? Somebody might win, and whenever a Republican wins, he's done. His penance is done. He gets a pardon. We all know that a pardon means that he is admitting full guilt.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't care about that, and he's going to go around saying that he didn't.
He admits it all the time. He fucking stuck his foot in it the other night.
He's going to go back to grifting people and making money off of these revivalist tent meetings that he has, like a Southern grifting, like Baptist preacher going around and,
Oh, let's have people strap bombs to themselves now.
Democracy says that I need a new, limousine, so give me money. Jesus says I need a new limousine, give me money. There's one word difference between those things that you see between the televangelists and what you see in Trump Nation. Mm-hmm. Just one word difference. That's all. Mm-hmm. One says Jesus, one says democracy. Mm-hmm. That's it. And when they say democracy, people are going to give. And this other one, when they said God, people are going to give. That's the whole thing. You've got to hook into them. They follow every single line item like you're checking it off on a checklist as to what a cult is and how to control the cultists that are following you.
Right.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here.
Tony's laughing at his own drafts.
Wow. Thank you, Tony. Yeah.
The day before Trump was arrested and arraigned, Bill Barr was all over fucking media with his clip of him. Oh yeah, he's toast. He's toast. This. You know what? Fuck you, Bill Barr, and fuck you, MSNBC, for having him on, and fuck you for playing his goddamn clips all fucking day. Guess what? He fucked with the Michael Flynn case, fucked with the Michael Cohen case, he fucked with the Mueller report, he fucked with the Jeffrey Epstein case, protecting Trump for the whole entire fucking year, 4 years he was there. So, fuck him now. I don't care what he thinks.
I think he was only there 3 years.
He should be indicted as well. And not only, that's just what he did during the Trump administration, not what he did during the Bush administration.
Right.
And all the whole Iran-Contra fucking, I don't even know. Like, there's so much shit there. He is definitely the cock block king.
But they're all coming out because they're all narcissists and they need to be on the telebox.
Yeah.
And the interwebs to see themselves and get off later on that evening. I mean, look at Chris Christie. Why the fuck is Chris Christie running? Does Chris Christie think, honestly, he has any chance in hell at carrying his primary nomination? Does he really think that, or is this really just a push to get his name back out in the public, get his face back out in the public, get out there and talk to people again? I mean, I think that it's really the campaigns right now are really tax-funded narcissism. That's all it is. They're just getting out there to get their face out there.
Today, the mayor of fucking Miami put in his bid for the presidential election What's
his name?
I don't even know.
There you go. So that's going to be successful.
But he's also under indictment or under investigation for fraud of some kind, tax fraud or something. I forget what it is.
Well, that
but
makes
he's,
him more
yeah,
electable.
Yeah, it makes him
more
way
electable
more
now.
electable. Fucking A.
What we've got
So
here
just so you
is
know,
failure
Benghazi.
to communicate.
I saw this tweet and it was really good. Benghazi took 72 months and there was no charges and no indictments and no prison sentence. And she testified for 11 hours. And
zero
Hillary's
times claiming the fifth.
Endless. And there were 0 indictments. And her Hillary uranium 1 investigation, 0 indictments. Trump Russia, 22 months, 215 charges, 38 indictments or pleas, 5 prison sentences. How many hours has he testified? 0.
Yeah, but isn't it 140?
Trump Foundation shut down for fraud. Trump University shut down for fraud. As of March 2009, 17 open investigations for corruption, twice impeached, twice indicted, 71 felony indictments, liable for sexual abuse.
And how many times did he plead the fifth? Wasn't it like 140?
Well, it was 400 times each case.
Oh, it was 400
plus times.
Okay.
Every time he's been in there.
I knew there was a 4 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
The host sucks dicks.
That was your husband.
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about, you or me.
Game over.
We're co-hosts.
Well, I don't know, but
I host this shit, so fuck off.
Okay.
Come out,
okay, Johnny.
you are.
It's true.
Oh, thank you for coming out then. You definitely came out in front of us. Thank you for coming out.
I couldn't put this thing on without Johnny.
So if I drop a pen, I'm going to kick it out to the car before I pick it up.
You can't keep getting away with
I love this. From Anonymous. Let me get this straight. A federal judge, Trump appointed, signed a search warrant issued by the director of the FBI, who was appointed by Trump, and executed by a DOJ attorney who was appointed by Trump for violating the statute. Trump signed into law.
Yeah.
But this is a Democratic witch hunt. Fuck off. Shut up.
Brilliant.
It's amazing.
Brilliant.
They keep saying Biden this and the radical Democrats and
then they do it. And then they get busted for it.
Nothing but Republican.
And then it's a witch hunt.
Nothing but people who are Republicans during J6, during this whole investigation, during the documents investigation. It's all Republicans telling him on him.
The Democrats have been hitting me this whole time, and then they start hitting a Democrat next to him. See, the Democrats are hitting me right now.
I'm dizzy.
And then while they're hitting the Democrat next to him, somebody finds out that they're hitting him, and they stop and they say, "Oh, they're investigating. This is just a witch hunt. This is just a witch hunt."
I think you hurt my head
So
real
ridiculous.
bad.
It's insane. This is like second grade type bully mentality.
Yeah, like
it's
insane. Like when they
why
grab
are you
your
hitting
hand
yourself?
and
Why
they
are you
start
hitting yourself?
Yeah, why are you hitting
yourself?
Yeah.
It's same. Yeah, we're on the same mentality on that. Exactly. Why are they? It's the same thing. Why are they stuck at doing this? And they don't have anything beyond that. But here's the thing.
I actually
it
have
works.
a theory.
It's working though.
I have a theory.
For a lot of them. Go ahead.
I have a theory why the Republicans will not go after Trump hardcore in the press or anywhere else.
They don't want him to splinter the
No, they go after
base.
him in private. They always have. But they never go after him on television or in public, in the media.
Very seldom.
And the reason,
very seldom. And
the
they usually
reason
backtrack.
The reason why is because they're up to their fucking Mike Pence albino eyebrows in all of it. They're all accomplices. They're all...
Tony, get satire ready.
I know.
They're all in on it with him. Either that, or he's got so much compromise on them from when they
He's
hacked.
got pictures of them diddling kids.
When the Russians hacked the RNC.
He's got vidges.
When Russians hacked the RNC, he's got all the compromise.
He's got vidges of them diddling kids.
Yes. All the Republicans are diddling kids. We see it.
They're all
day after
diddling the
day
kids.
after day.
Maybe
It is
something
so
bad.
bad.
Maybe
We've
something
seen
good.
it.
Why won't they leave me alone?
And I'm
14
basing this-
hours Hillary was questioned and never pled the fifth. I thought it was 11, but I don't know. She says 14. It doesn't matter. She still was there and testified and fucking never pled the fifth. So
That
everybody
woman
can
has
fuck
more
off.
fortitude than any
She's
of
got
the men.
more balls than the whole entire Republican Party put together.
I was trying to say it in a nicer way, but yeah, okay. Yeah. Hillary Clinton's balls are as big as mine.
Thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
God, can you imagine our lives right now if Hillary was actually our president for the last...
We wouldn't have a podcast.
I don't know.
We wouldn't have a podcast.
Well,
we would have no need to have a podcast. We would be like talking about movies and fucking rock and roll and playing music. We would not be fucking in our basement stuck for fucking 3 years and fucking, you know.
I gotta say, just because I'm
COVID.
totally anti-Trump, I'm totally left-wing, but I don't think I'm totally Clinton.
I don't care. She was the best of the...
She was...
Choose less evil.
Lot better.
When you have a choice between good and evil, you choose less evil.
Most of the time, yes. And I never voted for Trump. I'm certainly not saying that.
Yeah.
But I didn't vote for Hillary either.
Would you vote for Jill Stein?
Yes.
You fucking idiot.
Sorry.
You're fucking
I had to
idiot.
throw it into the wind on that one to let them know that I didn't like Hillary. I
Fucking
didn't
Democrat.
want Hillary at that point.
Fucktard.
I've
So
got
you're
a
part
lot
of the fucking
issues.
problem.
I am.
You're
I am. And there was a whole, I don't know, we can't be saying that the Clintons were saints. Certainly nowhere near.
So
All
Democrats'
kinds of
problem.
issues
guess
with
what?
Democrats'
A third party
problem
has
is
never
put
won.
her there. That's why we
A
lost.
third party
Yes.
candidate has never, ever, ever, ever won.
I didn't vote for her because I think that she would win. I voted for her because I could not vote for Hillary Clinton, and I certainly couldn't vote for that fucking twat nozzle. And then as soon as...
You mean Trump, not
Yes.
her.
Oh, no, yeah, Trump, the
You
twat
said
nozzle.
twat nozzle.
Twat nozzle, I mean Trump, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course. I thought that was assumed. Twat nozzle, I mean Trump. You know.
Satire?
No, not at all. He is a twat nozzle. But actually, that's, well, that's a whole different story.
Well, at least
But-
you admitted to who you voted for, because a lot of
Yeah.
people can't admit that they voted for Trump. So
Yeah, well, I could not do that. There's no way in hell I could do that. And there's no way in hell that I thought that Trump was actually going to win. So for me to wake up the next day and go,
you fucked up.
oh, fucking hell.
So you get nothing.
Jesus fucking wept on the
Good
fucking
day, sir.
cross he did. This fucking bastard, what did he? Oh,
The price is
fucking
wrong,
hell.
bitch.
Yeah, I had my own, moment
Mea culpa.
that morning where it was like, oh, Jesus, fucking wept he did.
fuck's
What's the symbology there?
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Now we've got this. So literally I had like 2 hours where I went from who cares to, oh, I've got to do everything I can on like social media and everywhere else to annihilate this fuck because this guy is insane and he didn't even think he was going to win.
No.
He fucking stumbled
That
into
night,
this shit.
he
stumbled into
wasn't
this
even
shit.
smiling.
Well, I
He
what?
was like-
I what? Holy shit, are you kidding me? Whoo, here we go. That was nuts. But yeah, I mean, you look at the background of Bill Clinton and it's not very smooth and it's not very clean.
He did it for publicity.
Guess what?
And then he won.
He got a
and he was like,
blowjob.
oh, fuck.
He got a fucking blowjob.
No, I'm talking
His economy
way before
was
that.
great.
Way before that. When he was
They
when he was No, way before that, when he was governor and shit. Yeah, they had him linked to all kinds of fun stuff. Back there in Arkansas.
This weed is too good.
Smooth. Just working the turkey through. There we go. So it's about a good time for us to talk about on the show. We haven't talked about this yet.
They investigated the Clintons for 25 years.
Yes.
And found nothing. Fuck off.
Well, yep. That is one avenue of
Dutch
it.
bastard.
Go ahead.
I think there's a lot there in the past, but that's another show. I would like to talk about somebody that we can both get pissed off at. How about that?
Sure.
You know that fucking piece of shit, asshole, rapist, fucking bastard, blind fuck that is America's dad.
Oh.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, for fuck's
Have
sake.
a Coke and a smile, motherfucker.
Eat Jello.
And get your ass to jail.
Ugh.
9 more. 9 more.
After the how many before?
I feel
30.
like I'm taking crazy pills.
30. Not 13. 30. 10 times 3. A classroom full of women accused him previously. Now we're filling up a second classroom. We are 1/3 of the way through filling up another
forward.
classroom.
On abuse from him. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. It's so gross. What the fuck, dude? I don't understand.
And his shit was seriously overboard. His shit was seriously about degrading women. He was really into
disgusting.
Doing damage. He was into damaging women psychologically, and that's what got him off, I think. Is really, really damaging them, and ripping their mind apart a little bit about just
and
horrible stuff.
Clusterfuck of
Horrible
his
stuff.
fucking attorneys and
Yeah.
whatever, and
Yeah.
how he got off, and all that was just fucking infuriating.
Yes.
And by the way, I was thinking about last week.
Well, he didn't get off. He finally got pardoned eventually.
Oliver North case was
Yes.
the case I was trying to think of last week.
Okay.
Do you remember? Same
Contra.
kind of thing, right?
Iran-Contra, yeah.
Same thing.
He got busted.
Something
He
fucked up.
He went, and then he got pardoned.
Somebody fucked up the train of evidence, or fucking, I don't know what it was. But there was some fuck up legally, and he gets away with it. Bill Cosby. Same thing with Oliver North. That's why we cannot let this shit happen again with fucking Trump.
Bill Cosby was found guilty, went to jail, and then was released.
Released because there was some clusterfuck in the case.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot
we
go.
We know he's guilty.
There is
That's
no
the
justice in this world when you know somebody's found guilty, and like the pardons, the
predator
fucking,
piece of shit like this asshole.
How about Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, Michael Flynn, all the people that were pardoned by fucking Trump?
How about the fact Harvey Weinstein?
Pardon.
Harvey Weinstein. Guess what his brother's doing? Still running a fucking film company. Still probably giving his brother half of the money.
God. Predators, all of them.
Big time. Big time. Turn around.
I love Tony. He's so awesome. He puts the predators. They're all predators. He puts the predator noise on.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy that you know that Harvey Weinstein's brother must have facilitated Harvey's crazy capacity for it, and he was the one who was always in the background anyway. He was always kind of the money guy. He was the numbers guy. Harvey was the guy out in the front of the house, but they were Touchstone. They were the Weinstein group. Mm-hmm. The Weinstein group was
the
those two
brothers of fucking
now
Hollywood.
That Harvey is gone, his brother is still doing shit under Torchlight or whatever the new company is. I mean, they rotate companies every 10 years.
Is it Lionsgate?
No, it was. I think it's Torchlight. I think it's Fox Torchlight, right, or something like that. At this point, but whatever it is,
Might have the satire.
one of the Weinstein brothers is still doing that and still getting full money and still access to everything that he had before.
Yeah.
And you know that
Thing
he
is,
fully
is like when
facilitated
these people,
his
these
fucking
people are
rapist
so,
piece of shit brother.
They're so rich. They're so powerful. It's hard to take them down. Like
Yeah.
Epstein. Epstein was a fucking billionaire. You've got Elon Musk running fucking Twitter, a billionaire. You've got
They all got money from their
the
from their
Koch
parents
brothers
too.
running the
They never earned
Republican
it.
Party. You've got Harlan Crow running the goddamn Supreme Court. You've got
But
Sinclair.
we got Soros. Come on.
Soros's kid now, right?
I don't.
Didn't
we
Soros-
don't
Soros
Soros
just turned
is
it
not
over.
doing shit, people.
Soros just turned his entire thing over to his kid. So now it's not Soros anymore. It's Soros Jr.
Guess
Whatever.
what? If we rigged elections, if Democrats rigged elections, there wouldn't be a fucking Republican anywhere.
Yeah.
And
that's-
Hillary would have won. And fucking
That's the clear hole in their
so
ploy.
fuck off with your fucking.
You stole the election. You stole the election. No, if we stole the
Conspiracies.
election, we would have swept everything, motherfucker.
Yeah, and how about
and
this?
you'd be in jail.
How about this?
Cocksucking
If
little rat.
the election was rigged, then
Son
why
of a
did
bitch. Sorry to all the cocksuckers out there.
then why did Marjorie Taylor Greene and all the people who got elected that year stay in office?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm tired of
Exactly.
You make no sense. You have no fucking logic.
How did
Zero
a
logic.
alleged former prostitute and a construction worker who shoots up a shitload of steroids on a daily basis, how in the fuck are these two little fucking crazy squatch baboons like still somehow employed in their government jobs, in their government roles? If I acted like they did at my job, I would be gone in an hour. Like, I wouldn't last half a day, much less a full day, much less be there for years.
Yeah.
That is
I
insane
saw this tweet. I saw
to
this
me.
tweet. And it was kind of, replicating what Trump or what the right has done or whatever. It's your gay beer.
It's my gay beer. I love my gay beer.
I love my gay beer.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Salty and warm.
Think I'm gonna burp.
Jesus.
Think I'm gonna
You
burp.
made me lose my train of thought.
I lost it myself on that last go.
Holy Jesus.
Do you suck dicks?
That's right, HBL Radio Nation, right where you can get these kind of laughs and
Like and
watch us
subscribe.
have a good
I'm
time.
laughing
Like and
so-
subscribe on all the socials.
I'm like, I never thought I'd say, see Brian lick his beer. Oh my God.
See Brian lick his big beer.
Oh, his giant big beer.
See Brian lick his own beer.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, God. It's like Tony's Tool t-shirt.
Bitch, if I don't get what I want.
Oh, God, I can't stop laughing right now.
Right, your hayseeds, it's a stick up.
I was going to say something about MTG and fucking Bobert, but now I forgot what it was. And, and I actually don't care.
Turn it off.
Well, speaking about Lauren Boebert, let's talk about something that looks like her, which is in Peru, they recently found a 3,000-year-old mummy. And you know what that means? That is 1,000 years past what the Catholic Church believes the age of the planet is. So just another one of those for everybody out there. And again, that does look just, it looks just like Bobo. And it looked just like Bobo. You put glasses on it, it would look just that kind of donkey look,
Tony, I want that drop. Science. She blinded me with science.
Science.
Yeah.
You might get a strike for that.
No, this just the science, the one thing. Science.
Evolution.
Oh my God.
You loser.
All right, yeah.
with her donkey
Oh,
face
see.
to me.
Oh yeah, a half a century later, it's clear that Ford's pardon of
Squadrons.
Nixon was a massive mistake by Rachel Bittercofer. You're goddamn right, girlfriend. Fucking pardoning Nixon, and then you have to realize that Spiro Agnew, the bag man, who was fucking even worse. Yeah, whoa. That's where we got all these fucking laws, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we got the Presidential Records Act.
That's where it started, yeah, because all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
And didn't Trump say that, like, how much money did Nixon get for his stuff? Wasn't that his, like, big...
Yeah, he wants to get paid. He got $18 million or something, yeah.
Nixon is the one who had to, step down because he got caught red-handed. I mean, why are you using him as your like litmus test there?
Yeah. Oh God.
Crazy.
Insanity. And okay, speaking of which,
Indictment.
We've got this. All the right wing calling everybody else a pedophile.
Oh, they always do. It's their go-to.
When you've got the Georgia deacon arrested on 400 sex crime
Your
charges.
children are safest.
Christians are the biggest threat to
with
children.
drag queens.
Not drag queens.
Your children are safest with drag queens.
Alaska evangelical church leader has been indicted by a grand jury on 17 counts of raping a child, 6 counts of child abuse of a minor in a first degree, 7 counts of sexual abuse of a minor in a second degree. I mean, these people are sick. And we see it more and more every day.
I'm sharing something right now.
They're allowed to
it's not this guy,
close
but,
to fucking little kids and under their Bible, but really they're literally raping all these fucking kids.
Yes.
It's so disgusting.
Yes. Thousands. I mean, when you look at the Catholic diocese, you have thousands in Chicago. You have thousands in Milwaukee. You have thousands in Philadelphia. You have thousands in... I mean, there's tens of thousands across the board when you look at it. It is absolutely ridiculous.
But,
I
we're
think your
baby-eating pedophiles.
It takes me right back to what I've said for a long time. I'm going to say this again over and over again. I'm going to actually make it a platform that I might run on. Thank you, Tony, for the support. My platform is going to be a drag queen in every school, because a drag queen is going to show you how to
deal with bullying,
how to deflect bullying with comedy, how to handle things, move on, how to feel fabulous about yourself, how to feel good about yourself. I see nothing negative about having a drag queen in every school. As a matter of fact, if they want to, if the Republicans are against it, I say, okay, then let me alter it a little bit for the Republicans. Here's my Republican pitch. A drag queen in every school who's armed. We arm them to the teeth, give them a shotgun, couple of guns on that, and they can pose with them. They'll know what to do with them.
And they'll still take the shooter out with the fucking
They'll take the shooter
stilettos.
out, and they'll look fantastic. There will be glitter everywhere.
Wait, remember the drag queen that took out the fucking
We love our drag queens.
shooter?
We do.
With the stilettos?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No. Stomped
the
on
dance
him.
club.
Stomped on him after the guy got him.
One guy tackled him, and then
she came in and stomped him.
Yeah. The other person came in. Yeah.
With the stiletto. I'm going to fuck you up with my fucking stilettos, biatch. Fuck you.
Hell no, you did not.
So,
you son of
what's
a
the
bitch.
symbology there?
I love that Ivanka's changed her name to
Stupid bastard.
Kushner and took the Trump away.
Of course, yeah.
She
Well,
finally
she's
did
trying.
that. Oh, and
She's
Fox
trying.
is
I mean,
suing Tucker
that's
over
the
his
equivalent.
10-minute Twitter videos.
But wait a minute. Let's go back. Alyanka changing her last name from Trunk to Kushner. Isn't that the equivalent of an adult version of shut the front porch lights off and duck down so you don't look through the window when you don't want somebody to know that you're home? I mean,
how about this one?
How crazy childish is that?
Mommy, Daddy, which grandpa didn't go to jail?
Stick it up your ass and pull the fucking trigger till it goes click.
Because Kushner's dad was in jail, and now Donnie's gonna go to jail.
No, baby, we
All right.
told you all about that. There's different versions of jail, and jail is
Raise
a
your
different
hand if you think Donald Trump is gonna go to jail.
Shut up!
Tony?
Shut up! Shut up!
thing. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, bro.
No one can see
What's up?
me, so who gives a fuck?
What's up, you fucking Republican douche?
Yeah, fucking
Democrat.
God damn. I didn't know better,
Fucktard.
better red than dead over there. Jesus.
Shit.
Now, I think he's going to go to jail. I really think this time, even the Republicans in private, they're saying, oh, this is serious. He's fucked.
I just reported your husband for a hate crime.
Hey, you suck dicks.
I love that Richard Blumenthal, or a Democrat senator, is going after the information for Live and PGA information.
Have I mentioned that?
And so is Jack Smith.
My big question, which has been to everybody about this,
Yeah.
and I'm really, really curious as to what anybody has to say because I've gotten goose egg for a response. So, Live, which is Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabians, we know how they are, and the PGA, bunch of guys playing golf. What about the WPGA?
I saw that the other day. Yeah.
They're not gonna.
It's the LPGA.
The LPGA. Yeah, ladies.
WNBA is what you're thinking.
No,
WNBA is what I'm thinking. But
thinking,
LPGA, Live is not going to jump in on LPGA. So how do they separate that? How do they handle that?
Are they one entity? They're not, though.
That's
and
it.
guess what? The motherfucker who's head
They're
of
never
fucking
going to
PGA
involve them.
resigned today due to health issues. Resigned today.
We're gonna see a lot of
We're gonna find more shit on this one. Enjoy the silence. And everybody's coming. Everybody wants to find out what the. It's too sketchy. It's
very
like the
sketchy.
fucking Russians buying National Baseball League.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Which, of course, the Russians do.
Stupid man.
We have lots of money and lots of history with basketball. Goes back to Grigory.
So Nikki Haley said she would pardon Trump. So did DeSantis.
Oh God.
Whoever gets in, I
need a pardon.
Any R that gets in is going to pardon Trump. And here's the thing about a pardon is that you're admitting full guilt. We're going to get that on record, but it's not going to matter. He's going to go out and make millions of dollars doing his revivalist tent meeting bullshit that he's done this whole time. That's the standard trick. That's what he's done. That's the grift. That's what he's going to go for. It's worked before.
Oh, so I was watching.
Repeat
Don't break it.
Frank,
Don't fix it if it ain't broken.
People who are in the FBI and who are in Secret Service go, yeah, all those SUVs are not Secret Service cars. He rented extra Secret Service cars.
Extra cars.
Because there's only the one car that he travels in. And he rented all those other cars to make them look
I'm not
like
going to ride
he's
with
way
Eric.
more important. It was totally staged.
That kid is
It was
totally stupid. That
and
kid
the
is too stupid
200
for me to ride with.
motorcycle cops. It was so ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I won't ride with Eric. He's too stupid.
Yeah, Eric was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has. Did you see his boobs? His boob implants? He's got chest implants now.
Well, it gives his right hand something to do.
I swear to God, it's like they're so obvious. It's super cray. Oh, I love Claire McCaskill. She said Trump isn't running for president. He's running
Club.
for a pardon.
Oh yeah, running for a pardon.
He's not running to be president. He's running because he wants to be able to pardon himself.
He doesn't need to do that though. He's going to try to pardon himself. But if he doesn't win, it's just a matter of he's only going to serve as long as the Democrats can hold that position. And then he's going to get a pardon the second that a Republican's in place. The maximum, everybody's saying he could get, 450 years for this. No, the maximum he's going to get is like 5.
2.
I'm thinking 5.
I don't know.
I'm thinking 5. He's going to get 5 years.
I love that the House Republicans
Hopefully
lost
more.
their attempt to censure fucking Adam Schiff for $16 million It was
they
an
lost
absolute waste of time and
Didn't go through.
taxpayer money,
Didn't go
for
through.
fuck's sake. And then we've got U.S. Congressman Tom Massey threatens to read top secret national security secrets allowed on TV because of Trump.
Do it, Massey.
Speech and debate clause does not protect against felony,
Massey.
treason, or disturbing the peace. His security clearance should be revoked immediately, and he would be arrested immediately. He doesn't have the same protections that Trump has. Oh, and the Nazi group that was in front of Disney World for like 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
They're called the Order of the Black Sun. SUN.
The fuck?
Well, Chris Cornell clearly launched a bunch of shit.
I have no idea.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Wow. Where the...
I have something funny for the end of the show. Come on.
All right.
We're not...
We got 5 minutes.
Enough of this bullshit. This is only 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Join us, like us, share it.
Yes.
Get everyone to watch us. And donate all that you can. Every bit that you can.
And we're going to possibly go see his show tomorrow. Possibly. Okay. I have the day off.
There's a show that you're going to.
This is a comedian. He's actually in town.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Yes.
I never thought I'd have to say this, but Cracker Barrel's fallen. They fell victim to the woke mob because they got gay rockers on the front porch. And I'm not talking about Elton John and Freddie Mercury, Rob Halford. I'm talking about gay rocking chairs, and that pisses me off. Cracker Barrel, that was like a foreign embassy to us straight white evangelicals. No matter where we went in this country, we always had somewhere familiar to go, but not anymore, Cracker Barrel. I'm never stepping foot in your restaurant again to have a 3-hour Bible study right there at the table and then leave a religious pamphlet as a tip on the way out. You'll never catch me doing that at Cracker Barrel again. I'm never going to buy some eggs and a sweatshirt of the state I'm currently in and some rock candy, a record player, some wind chimes, some old-timey soap, a mustache comb, and a train whistle for me and my son, and we'll keep it in my room, but it'll be like it's both ours, you know? I'll never do that at Cracker Barrel again. All I ever wanted was to sit at the table and play the peg game. I called it getting pegged. I just wanted to get pegged in front of the fireplace with a bunch of crazy shit all over the walls, but not anymore, Cracker Barrel. That little stunt you did even killed Pat Robertson. He took one look at them gay rocking chairs and he said, it's not enough that they caused 9/11 and natural disasters, but now they're getting me. Well, you're not getting me, Cracker Barrel. You might have got Pat, but you're not getting me. You go woke, you go broke. Those two things rhyme, and I like that. So, here's to you, Cracker Barrel, because it's Bob Evans from here on out. I'll go down on that farm any day. These goddamn Canadian wildfire.
Brett Terhune.
We do love that one.
God damn, I love him. He's so funny.
He is absolutely awesome.
So funny. So you got last words?
Yeah, well, we have 3 minutes, so we have a little bit for last words. Even before we get to last words, I'm going to mention that there's a little bit going on that SCOTUS came through with today, and they shot down a bunch of affirmative action rulings, which, of course, you and I know that equity and equality are two different things, and things need to be accomplished in order to achieve other things. And they've knocked it down, and the whole argument is really based around diversity. Is it natural, or can it be forced? That's something that we can do an entire other show on, so we're going to move on. We got about a minute and a half. What are your final words, Di?
Well, I've got a couple. First, 1,600 books have been banned across the country, and I say no wonder these Nazi racist fools put Biden's a traitor, TRADR, on the back of their pickup trucks. They don't know how to fucking spell.
Spectacular. The flags are spectacular. We all have white jeans. JEANS.
Oh God! And then the other thing I wanted to say was that when in the 60s and the 70s, artists and musicians used art and music to speak power, speak truth to power, and it's something I feel like we're kind of missing right now. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I am both of those things. So
I think Lizzo's
I
doing pretty
feel
good.
like I agree with you there, but I feel like it needs to happen on a bigger scale.
It should.
And
it should.
The Tony Awards, they were blasting out. We didn't have anything. We don't have any clips from that. But the Tony Awards that were just last week, I think Sunday.
Yes.
There was a ton of great speeches, and if you missed them, go look them up because they were
definitely worth
really fabulous and worth a listen. So I just want to say, happy Pride Month, and I guess we'll see you guys next week on HBL Radio Nation. Like and subscribe. Spread the word. We need more people to come and watch us.
So please spread it and like a virus to everyone that you can. And my final words are going to be that I received an email and it said that it was really, really important, and it was all about reading maps backwards, but it turns out it was just spam. Thank you. We are HBL Radio Nation. Join us every Thursday at 5:30. Come on back, like us, share us,
subscribe,
donate, worship, everything that you can on all of the social media.
Offender.
And please, please share us with everyone that you can.
Come out wherever you are.
HBL Radio Nation.
I'm Diane Russell.
I'm Brian B. Gallagher.
And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Terry's got 2 things planned.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the other way to first, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably started to cry. Oh yeah.
Benny Loco.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Sipping out of bitchin' cars, race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Sipping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Guard Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to Mars, oh no, no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my head. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry, yeah.